For 20 years, Azeroth has been our home. The world of Warcraft is a special place filled with countless adventures, marvels, and stories. Our stories. It's time to celebrate all that we have and all that we've experienced together. These are your stories.
One of my most memorable moments was walking into Ironforge for the first time. I remember looking at all of the high-level players' gear and how cool they looked, especially the glowy weapons I was just awed by. But I think more importantly, I remember all of the players interacting with each other and selling things, recruiting for guilds, dungeon groups, and sort of congregating around the central hub and using it as a small respite from their leveling and raiding. And I think it was this moment is where it really hit me that it was more than a game. It was this persistent, living, breathing online society. And I remember being really excited to be a part of that.
My favorite moment in memory in WoW of all time. That is such a hard question to answer because there's been so many. Like Shannon, my first hardcore character, digging 60, commentating the Makarad tournament with OTK was just like such a highlight. Getting rank 1 for the first time, you know, carrying Peekaboo. Like there's just so many good moments over the years. But I feel like whenever someone asks me my favorite moment, I feel like I always think of 2013 playing RMP or FMP with Bean in Fusion. Live on stream was one of like my first streams with I had like 1,000 or 2,000 viewers. One of my first like successful like solid streams. We hit rank 1 in North America, and someone donated by the name of Galazy. He donated like $1,500, and I was like 18, so $1,500, rank 1 on the ladder, streaming to thousands of people. It was such a life-changing moment. I was just like, wow. So that's got to be the moment for me that I was like, wow, I could maybe stream. This could maybe be like a thing. And I never was rank 1 before either. It was my first time hitting rank 1, first big donation, first first of it, like, you know, first massive stream. So it was nuts. It's got to be that moment right there. It's got to be that moment right there. So the rank 1 team was disabled or just inactive. So the rank 1 team was ineligible. So I think it was the rank 2. Starship is a hater was the rank 1 team at 2673. And after the game, we were... I think this game put us to rank 1 in the US. Maybe it was the next game after this. I can't quite remember. But yeah, that was the moment. That was the moment!
Wait, the level cap going from 60 to 70 was a different animal than it is today. Like today, people will like grind, you know, they'll hit fucking cap level in like a day or two now, and when an expansion go live. 60 to 70 took a long ass time. That was multiple hours of gameplay, multiple days, multiple weeks to hit cap level. It was insane how long it took. And for me, I've got my own account now. I fucking went balls to the wall. My parents did not see me for days. They were my mom was getting very angry with me. She thought it was creating a problem. And yes, it was a problem. Because in fact, what I did was once I got to level, I would say 68, I decided I am not getting up off this fucking chair until I hit cap level. And all I did was eat applesauce and play the game. I got to a point where I kid you not, I got thirsty in real life. And I opened my bag and drank water in the game. And it fucked me up for a second. I was like, holy shit, maybe I'm playing too much. Maybe there's a problem here. And then I just went and got real water, drank it, and then continued playing. Of course, I didn't stop. So I kept going. Yes, applesauce. And I didn't even get up to throw away the applesauce. Okay? I literally would eat the pack. By the way, drinking it, because there's no time for a fucking spoon. You got to one-hand that shit. So I would open up the applesauce, the Mott's applesauce, drink it while I'm playing, and then put it. You could imagine, these cups started to stack up all around me. I had cups of applesauce everywhere. And I was just fucking playing nonstop. Finally, I hit level 80, and I still remember it till this day. Ran down to the basement to tell my mom, because she was chilling and watching TV in the basement with my siblings. We had a walkout basement, nice basement. You could live in that thing if you wanted to. Went downstairs, and I was like, Mom, I did it. I did it. I hit level 80. I'm finally level 80. I can finally, it's great. All that shit was worth it. And she goes, great. Now you can actually sit with us. Sorry, 70. She goes, now you can actually sit with us. And I go, what do you mean? Now I can finally start playing the game. This was all just prerequisite. Now I got to actually do this shit. Now I got to raid and do all the other. She was like, oh my God, just take a break. I told her, take a break when it's time. I ran back upstairs. She told my dad at night she thought I had a problem. My dad came and had a talk with me. I told him, Dad, don't worry about it. I'm just playing the game right now. It'll calm down later on. And eventually it did. But damn it, I went full degenerate in this expansion and it was fun as hell. I'll never forget it.
One of my favorite memories of World of Warcraft, and it's kind of crazy if you think about like Warcraft 3 and what that was, and then you think about like all the different races in the game. When you get into World of Warcraft, it's kind of brought to life, and I'm specifically thinking about the Night Elves, and this is true though to like every single like race there is in the game. But what I really love about like the Night Elf starting area is just this, like, it's just whimsical. You know, you see like this giant tree in like the middle of everything. You see like just like similar characters that you're running around with. It really feels like you're in the world, and that's something that I think World of Warcraft does so well, is it envisions these starting areas. So if you played Warcraft before that, it's just like, okay, well, this thing is just larger than life now, and you can just really enjoy this. And then you can go, you know, past the starting area and then start, you know, battling against everybody else. But that whole starting area to get you that real feel of the game is so beautifully done, and I think deserves a lot more credit than it's ever been given in World of Warcraft.
Some of my fondest memories of WoW are just me and my guild sitting around the mailbox next to the bank in the Dwarven district of Stormwind. Everyone had their spot, with our gnomes sitting on top of the mailbox, me sitting on the stack of boxes next to it, etc. This was before Skype, Discord, or anything similar, so it was just the spot we went to when we weren't doing dungeons or raids. On the off chance that anyone from the guild reads or sees this, I was the brain-dead hunter/warrior Ash. It was a pleasure. I often feel that a part of my soul will always remain in Teldrassil, the start for the Night Elves. Spent countless hours walking around simply exploring the dreamy forest with its colorful landscapes. The soundtrack still makes me feel a special kind of peace that I can't put into words. It feels like I can always go back there and everything is fine. Slaying the first creatures, seeing the first mounted guards, giant trees walking around, getting lost and killed countless times in the endless caves of the Furbolgs, needing a group to finish the cave, and meeting my first buddies, collecting a shitload of herbs for which I didn't have any use for a long time, walking back and forth between Darnassus and some of the quest locations. For me, it just felt like one giant world that no one actually really knew about yet. My dad is in his 60s, and when he heard that Classic was coming back, he asked me to buy him a subscription for his birthday. Both of us played during Vanilla and Burning Crusade, and he said that he wanted to revive his character. Last I checked, he was level 58. He doesn't party up, he doesn't use Discord, he doesn't watch YouTube videos. All he does is explore, do quests, mine, smith, and run lower level dungeons solo. I always ask him if he's bored yet, and every time he just says, nope. One day I told him he's literally playing WoW the way that a YouTuber would for a challenge video, and he just laughed. He genuinely has a ton of fun from just killing mobs and questing. So if you see a lone human warrior out there named Gut-Wrencher, say hi. I will never forget the feeling of joy and awe I had when I first played World of Warcraft as a Blood Elf priest. The music, the Blood Elf forest, the buildings, the bestiary, everything was magical to me, and I spent countless hours just exploring every bit of the map that I could. I also didn't manage to get very far in leveling up, but I wouldn't trade that for the fun that I had playing it my way and taking things slow. Good times. I remember when I left Valley of Trials for the first time on my Troll Hunter and discovered the sea. I spent hours just swimming around sunken ships trying to find treasure. This is one of my strongest core memories, swimming around the Echo Isles collecting tiger pelts, rushing home from school, and I knew in 2006 my fresh WoW install would have been done updating and ready to play, and I played for 7 hours that day. Those were the days. I remember doing the tiger quest and stumbling on the trolls who were in the scary ruins. I felt like Indiana Jones. I used to organize a thing called Elephants on Parade. I'd get people together, have them ride their Elk mounts, and we'd get in a single file line and RP walk from Stormwind or Goldshire all the way to Lakeshire. That was it. We'd talk in the chat about stupid stuff the whole way there.
This may be the saddest post I'm ever going to make about this, but last week, Mirthmask passed away. He was an extremely friendly, kind, and caring individual. He was, in real life, Mark Smith, my uncle. He brought me to gaming when I was much younger, introduced me to WoW in my teens, which I no-lifed, when the game was worth no-lifing. Vanilla to Wrath brought the whole world together, it seemed. I'm South African, and I'm an extremely passionate person when it comes to making friends everywhere. And WoW allowed me to play with many people over in the US. It's an adventure. It felt like another life. It was 15 years ago, and now with Mark gone, all those memories we shared and amazing adventures, I'm saddened that the game is in its current state. I just hope that it gets better, that they put the grit and war back into Warcraft. I don't care who runs the show, but make the game enjoyable for casuals and non-casuals. Give people a reason to explore the world just for fun. I'll always miss you, Mirth.
Hey, it's me now, Rotan. I wanted to share my favorite memory as well, and it was really hard for me to just choose one. I think honestly my favorite time in all of World of Warcraft history has to have been these past 2 years since I've had this YouTube channel. Having so many of you showing support, watching these videos, and sharing your own stories in the comments has been amazing. This whole experience will be a memory that I'm never going to forget. Thank you all. If your story was read out loud, thank you for sharing it. And please, to everyone watching, continue sharing your stories in the comments. And a big thank you to all the creators that collaborated and shared their memories with us. The links to their channels and everything else will be in the description. Please support them as well. Thanks everyone for 20 years of great memories and many more years and memories to come. Thanks for watching, and take care.